Hello, today we're going to learn about the measures of central tendency. The measures of central tendency are measures that help us to summarize the results in dataset. They represent the mean of dataset. The most common used measures of central tendency are mean or average, median, and mode. First, we are going to see non-grouped measures of central tendency. Let's start with the example. Sophie's parents took her to her grandparents' house to play with her 6 cousins: Luis, Axel, David, Yara, Erika, and Paula. Sophie is 3 years old, Luis is 5 years old, Axel is 6 years old, David is 8 years old, Yara is 9 years old, Erika is 9 years old, and Paula is 10 years old. With this data, we are going to calculate the mean, median, and mode. Which is the mean age of Sophie and her cousins? The mean or average is the total sum of data divided by the total number of data. So, let's sum. 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 10. This equals 50. Now we're going to count the total number of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, let's apply what I said first. We will divide 50 between 7, and the result is 7.14. So the average ages between Sophie and her cousins will be 7.14. Which is the median age between Sophie and her cousins? The median is the value that occupies the central place among all the values in the dataset, and the data must be ordered in an increasing or decreasing order. We already have the data ordered in an increasing way, so we just must find the data that is right in the middle. In this case, it will be David. So, our median will be 8. By last, which is the mode age between Sophie and her cousins? The mode of a dataset is the data that most often repeats itself. That is the one that has the highest absolute frequency. So, if we see the ages of Sophie and her cousins, the age that most often repeats itself is 9. So, the mode age between Sophie and her cousins is 9.
Now we are going to use how to get the measure in a grouped value. For the mean, the formula is the summatory represents the summation and n the number of scores. Fi represents each of the frequencies times the midpoint of the class. Now let's see the mode formula. Interior limit of the class. Fi means the absolute frequency of the class. Fi minus 1 means the previous absolute frequency of the class. Fi plus 1 means the following absolute frequency of the class. L lower boundary of modal class. And finally, the median. Fi means the absolute frequency of the class and the number of scores divided by 2. C cumulative frequency. L lower boundary of modal class. Now let's use these formulas in our table that shows the number of marbles that has each cousin. The table shows the range of the number of the marbles that has each cousin. That there have 36 in total. They are just 7 cousins. In the range 0 to 6 we have 1 cousin. Then in the range 12 to 18 we have 3 cousins. That means that each cousin had that number of marbles according to the rangers. Now let's find the average or mean. Let's find the midpoint of each class. To get the midpoint, we are going to sum the digits of the range, then divide it by 2, and the result multiplied by the frequency. For example, we have 0 and 6 in the range, so we are going to sum them. 0 plus 6, then divided by 2. 0 plus 6, it equals to 6. Divided by 2, it equals to 3. And then multiply by the frequency. 3 times 1 equals to 3. That's our midpoint of that class. So we are going to do the same steps for the next class. Now we have already get the midpoints of each class. We are going to sum. Now we are going to apply our formula. We are going to sum all the numbers that we have already calculated. And then we are going to divide it by the total of the frequencies, that is 7. For the mod, we are going to localize the lower boundary of modal class. In this case, is 12. So we are going to use that formula. We write 12 plus, we are going to open brackets. Inside the brackets, we are going to put 3 minus 0. So divided by 3 minus 0 plus 3 minus 2. All that multiplied by 6. We are going to do all the operations to get the result.
The media is to calculate the mid of the number of the classes. In this case, the classes has an even number. So we have to calculate both. First of all, we are going to use the first one. In our formula, we are going to replace of data. We are going to do all the operations and get the result. We are going to do the same operations using the other data to calculate the other mid. Once we have already gotten both results, we are going to sum them and get the final result. That's the final media. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that was useful for you. Thank you.